What a crazy week 18 in the NFL. And by the way, I hate the fact that they have 18 weeks now in the NFL. I mean, I just feel like careers are going to be shortened and just too many injuries are going to happen. And I hope that I hope the players start to do that, what the NBA does, and just to sit out games that are meaningless. But anyways, it was really cool to watch that. That being said, it was actually a fun experience watching football yesterday. With starting with the Jaguars and the Colts. Now we thought the Colts were a good managed team with Frank Reich and Chris Barrett, but apparently they're not because you lose to the Jaguars. And then the desperate move to go get Carson Wentz, thinking they can just rejuvenate his career. Well, that didn't work out well. Now they are stuck with him and all that money that they owe him. So good job, guys. Good job. It's going to be a long offseason in Indianapolis. But, that game between the Steelers, the Raiders and the Chargers. Now, I think a lot of people, I wasn't hoping they would tie because I want the Chiefs to play the Steelers because the Chiefs would just boat race the Steelers. And I honestly think I'm glad that the Chiefs now kind of have a bye again. But that being said, that was an epic game last night. And I am so glad that the Chargers lost. Not because I'm afraid of the Chargers, because the Chiefs actually beat the Chargers on Thursday night on the road with half their defense out, but and to win the division. But because Brandon Staley, the coach, just comes across as so arrogant, and he's trying to reinvent the way coaching is done. And guess what? Guess what the analytics tell you? The analytics tell you when you do that, you're going to be home watching the playoffs because the fact that he missed out on the playoffs when it's an expanded format now with Justin Herbert and all the talent that he has on his team, starting with Justin Herbert and the wide receivers, and he just has a lot of talent, and he wasted it this year. And honestly, I feel like that Anthony Lynn would have done a better job with this team, and so I feel like it was a mistake hiring Brandon Staley because he's cost him several games this year, starting with a game against Kansas City. Now, when I'm looking back on that game last night, and there's so many stupid calls. The timeout call everybody's talking about, it was dumb. It was dumb, but the stupidest call I thought was going for it on 4th and 1.5 on the Chargers' own 18-yard line, giving them. And they didn't make it, and so they gave essentially the Raiders 3 points, which is the exact amount of points the Raiders won by. So that alone cost them the game right there. And it's when you try to reinvent the wheel and think you're the smartest guy in the room, you usually end up at home with your tail between your legs. And he looks like a clown today. So, and I could not be more happy because I feel like that attitude is arrogant. I feel like that, but I'm sure that Pro Football Focus gave him an A+ grade for that coaching performance last night. But I feel like that style is arrogant. I feel like you're not adding in human factors, which is fatigue and injuries and whether you're on the road or what the weather's like. So there's a lot of X factors when you're just playing by the analytics. You know that you can't just. You're going to end up losing and wasting a once in a generation talent like I feel like Justin Herbert is. They just wasted his season. So congrats, Brandon Staley. I know that you should be ashamed of yourself, but I know that you probably are not, and that you're still going to continue to play the way that you feel like you want to play, and you're going to continue to be 9-8 with Justin Herbert. So congrats to the Raiders, who've had a crazy season, and they've overcome a lot. And I don't think that I don't hear a lot about their analytics, but man, what a season by the Raiders. Derek Carr, much respect to you, buddy, and I hope that you actually beat the Bengals in the playoffs. So I'm looking forward to the playoffs. I'm looking forward, and I'm so glad the Chiefs have another bye this year in the playoffs because It'll be fun. Sunday night football, Chiefs, Steelers. I think we're calling it the Ben Roethlisberger retirement ceremony. So you're all invited, guys.